In today's show, we've got news about the Festival of the Arts coming back. Magical Express is ending. Headline news, trivia, and so much more, all in today's Disney Parks podcast.
Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Caselnova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. And before we go anywhere, I want to throw a big shout out to my buddy, Raphael, for stepping in, doing a great job as my landscapers cut my internet. This would be their second time, but the fourth time overall that my internet's been cut. There's joys of living in a brand new neighborhood and some growing pains, but all the houses next to me and around me are all done, so this shouldn't be a problem.
Sure.
Knock on wood. We hope. We hope. So thanks for stepping in, Raphael. I appreciate you. Did a great job. Thank you so much. I missed you guys, but hey, here we are, brand new year.
Brand new year.
Exciting. It's exciting.
We made it to 2021. I don't know why, but we're here.
That's right. That's right. We want to make sure, though, to remind you about our good friends over at Destinations to Travel. And we're going to fix that URL. But it doesn't matter what type of vacation trip you are planning, with a family vacation or a romantic getaway. Maybe you're trying to do a destination wedding, a cruise when they open back up, a European adventure, or whatever you can dream up for a travel experience. Destinations to Travel is going to be your number one guide to help your dreams come true. And the thing is, there's a lot of people who we did a survey, and a lot of people in the survey said, I don't use a travel planner because I could do it on my own, or it costs money, or it's so easy to book a trip to Disney. My friends,
try doing it during a pandemic.
I beg to differ on a few of those cases. Yeah. Destinations to Travel does not cost you a dime. The thing about having a travel agent is not necessarily for what happens when everything goes right. It's mainly for what happens when things go wrong. You have an advocate. And the thing is, yes, you can book your own travel to Disney, but there's some things that travel agents know that the common folk who aren't in the travel industry don't always have that information. So they might be able to show you even more ways to save money, have a better experience, and to save some frustration. So guys, it just behooves you to go visit our friends over at Destinations to Travel. So what they've done is they've got a little survey to get a little bit more information from you so they can best serve you when you fill it out. So we've changed the URL, make it easier for me. So go to DisneyParksPodcast.com/travel. So DisneyParksPodcast.com/travel. And we're going to let you know that you are in good hands with the best in the business from our friends over at Destinations to Travel.
Yeah, and they'll plan as much or as little as you tell them to.
That's right.
So you say, do the airfare in the room, and I'll take care of the fast passes and all the other stuff, or you do the room, and I'll do whatever makes you comfortable. So
yeah, they'll handle that.
Exactly.
They'll be as hands-on or as hands-off as you want.
Exactly. Hey, want to do a quick show and tell? I didn't show you this yet.
Yeah, show it to me.
Speaking of Raphael and Jen were at Disney Springs.
Oh, wow.
And were able to acquire this little gem for me.
Oh.
The pop. I think the Walt is the cutest little thing.
Yeah, with angle it down a little bit.
Wait, let me do this. So you can see that, baby.
There you go. It's got the little Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, the little Mickey. Yeah.
That's cool.
So they were selling these online, and they sold out in seconds online, and then they were selling them in the Magic Kingdom and at Disney Springs. And obviously, as you can tell, I did not take mine out of the box yet.
Yeah,
I don't know if it will come out of the box, but
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's my cute uncle Walt.
Yep.
Now I have to have a Roy. I have to have a Roy to go with my Walt.
Do they make a Roy Funko Pop?
No, but that's the problem. It was the Walt Disney Brothers that were doing them.
Okay. All right. Let it go, boss. It's okay. It's all right. And everybody knows that.
That's the problem.
True. That is accurate. Maybe we could petition Funko to do one. Here's the thing. I know there are people who paint custom Funkos. I wonder if there's somebody out there that could,
contact us.
Get us in touch, or contact us. DisneyParkPodcast@gmail.com. And let us know if you could do some custom Funko Pops, because we love a Disney Brothers Funkos. I'd pay for that. Why not? Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell to the yes. I think everybody in this audience would pay for one of those.
Wow. Custom audience. Built-in right there, kids. Built-in audience. Custom Roy and Walt Funkos.
Exactly.
Make it happen, kids.
Yep.
So anything okay, I'll say this. We just got done this weekend with our annual planning meeting. We sent surveys out. We got a lot of great responses. Thank you to everybody that filled them out. And they still have time, right?
Yeah. We're gonna run it to the end of the month. Give everybody a chance.
Yeah, that's good, because we need your responses, because that helps us really drill down into what you want for the show. But we knew enough going in to where we wanted to make some plans. So we've got some amazing plans coming up for the year. And it's like, John, you say that every year. Yeah. But see, here's the thing. In time of the COVID, we had to be really, really smart about the plans we're making. And I think that we've got some really cool ideas. I think that we've got some really cool plans coming. And we can share with them soon. And there's never been a better time to be a patron than right now.
Yep.
There'll be some really cool stuff coming out. So I can't wait for you to see that. Anything else?
No, we're good.
Okay. Well, for me, at least, the first time in 2021, there's nothing we could do but get into
the news.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
All right, kids, grab your paintbrushes. The Taste of Epcot International Festival of the Arts has begun. Taste of Epcot International Festival of the Arts has begun at Walt Disney World, celebrating visual, culinary, and performing arts from around the world. Through February 22nd, you're going to be able to experience the celebration as part of the regular park admission to Epcot, with something to satisfy every palate and every palate taste and palate drawn.
Yes.
Palate.
Yeah. Palate.
I thought it was like palette you put stuff on the ship. The festival invites you to eat great works of art. More than 15 food studios throughout the park offers imaginative, art-inspired food and drink featuring clever culinary creations cooked up by Disney chefs. Say that 10 times fast. More than 100 talented artists will visit the park over the course of the 46-day event, showcasing pieces in a wide variety of styles and disciplines. You can explore the festival markets throughout the park to purchase new discoveries, and in some cases, meet the artists in person while adhering to physical distancing protocols, of course.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, this great festival, a good majority of the artists that you would normally see or hear. People like Greg McCullough is here for the entire festival, I think every day from open to close. I think he got a little delayed with his COVID testing getting here, but I think he's here now. Dave, I can't remember his last name, is Zanga, who does the pop art, 3D art stuff. He's in town for most of it.
Cool.
Because they don't want to leave and then have to come back. So most of them are staying the entire festival because of the way Disney is making them COVID tests so frequently. Right. They don't want to leave and then be out of the bubble and then have to come back to the bubble. But they're all here. A good majority of them here. I think you can still go to the festival website or go to Epcot and then click on festival, click on artists, and I think they have a list of where they are, what times they will be there. I've seen a lot of them obviously on Facebook just putting up their schedule, so they must be getting that from somewhere. So it must be on the festivals page, but go check them out.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
My friend Tim, who did my Toy Story art, did a complete piece of art on the back of my art. So I have art that you can't even see on the back of the art.
Right.
So that's the other thing too, that these guys will embellish and put other things on the backside of your art when you buy it from them.
Cool. So. I saw that our buddy Noah is just got done doing a series of pieces for Arturo Fuente, the cigar company.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm like, crap.
Interesting.
Yeah. Sure. It's gorgeous. This is in that Noah style, but definitely evokes that Cuban, Latin feel with the coffees and the cigars. Oh, God, they're so cool.
Yeah. Anyway, Larry Dotson's in town. They're all here. They're all here if you want to see them. Yep.
I don't know if Noah's here, but I'd like to go see him. I own a t-shirt, actually.
That was what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, we never got him a t-shirt.
Just got him his address. I could have mailed it to him.
I know.
Anyway, if you are living under a rock today, or your landscaper cut your internet, and you didn't, and you didn't see this plastered all over the place, but Disney has now announced officially that they are canceling the Tragical Express.
You're a fan of this idea.
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Yeah. I was not a Magical Express fan. I did not like being trapped or having to get back on a bus 3 hours before my flight and sitting at the airport for 3 hours. That was not what I would call vacation. Mm-hmm. So, not a big fan. Anyway, vacationers now have more options than ever to transport themselves to, obviously, the magicalest place on earth. You have rideshare, you have cabs, you have cars, you have buses, you have planes, trains, and automobiles. But Disney resort bookings after 2022 shan't include a Magical Express to the magicalest place on earth. Wow. So that is over, and that is ending January 1st of 2022.
So do you think it has something to do with mirrors, or they're just tired of dealing with it?
I think this coincides to the high-speed train that will be going to a possible facility at Disney Springs, is what I think. I think this ties directly to the high-speed train. This is the year that the train is supposed to open. It may not be exactly on January 1st, but I think they're just saying, our contract, is, based on years, and we're just going to end it then. And when the train starts, June or whatever month it's going to start, they're like, well, great, get on the train if you want to come see us.
Right.
Complimentary transportation options such as buses, monorails, and Skyliners will still be available at the Disney World. They're not stopping those, so you can still hop on those. Right. So that's it. If, I'd be interested to know how many people are really sad about this, or, like I said, I didn't find this ultimately convenient for me, or my family. We always... did other things, rented a car, or just took a cab or something, or Uber, and moved around that way. So
I think that most people who were fans of it either liked it because it was kind of like, this is when we're on vacation, ka-ching, or it was just the cheapest way to get to Walt Disney World. So now people are going to be forced to have to pay to get somewhere.
Right.
I think that might be a little bit of a burr in some people's butt, but
Well, think of this. Think of it this way, people. This was what Disney's, I call it, this is Disney's ways of entrapping you on property because you did not have a car or vehicle to get somewhere off a property, to Universal or whatever. So now you're going to, maybe go back to renting a car.
Yep.
And now you have options. You can go to Legoland, or you can go to Busch Gardens, or you can go to Universal because you will have your own vehicle to get there.
Right.
So think of it that way.
Yeah, makes sense. So. Hey, staying with the subject of things that are no longer going to be with us here pretty soon. In the piece of news that kind of blew my mind a little bit, Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom is going to be ending very soon. I mean, like very, very soon. Yeah. So according to cast members at the Firehouse inside the Magic Kingdom. Now, again, a majority of these things where you're hearing this from cast members, you kind of got to take a little bit of a, is this going to happen? Is this not going to happen? Yeah, we don't know. A funny story about that. If we have time at the end of the show, remind me about the funny story and I'll try to remember to tell you. So, according to cast members, Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World, Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom game will be coming to an end on January 24th. Sorcerer of the Magic Kingdom is basically a scavenger hunt where participating guests could search for 20 magical portals throughout the park and battle, quote unquote, Disney villains such as Cruella, Scar, Jafar, Maleficent, Ursula, Ratcliffe, and Dr. Facilier. I could never say that. Zima?
I don't know.
I could never say her name.
I don't know what her name is.
I can never say her name. So we hope that Disney plans on adding the game virtually to the Play Disney Parks app, but there's been no announcement of that, and we'll keep you posted if we hear anything else. But Tony and I had a little bit of discussion ahead of this time. I think this is partially because of upkeep and maintenance, and they weren't really spending a ton of money on it. It just, they're probably spending more money just keeping it up and running than doing anything new to it. So it made sense since they didn't want people crowding around the game portal. Just, let's just scrap it.
Or it's some Imagineer's laptop and now they furloughed him and he's taking his laptop home. When's your last day, Steve? 24th. All right, we'll shut down the game on then.
All right, game's done.
You can take your laptop home with you now.
You can take your Windows Windows
XP. I think they were running it on XP when it crashed and it brought up the Microsoft Windows. Here's another tip for you kids. If you have these cards, now is an awesome time to get rid of them on eBay because after this is gone, nobody's going to want them. Thankfully, I sold my last card about a month ago, so I'm out. I gave all my cards, my card set away. I obviously sold the good ones and gave the rest of the normal play cards away. So my set is gone. But although I could be wrong, and it's going to create this, surge on eBay, and everybody's going to go, I got to have a set of those cards forever.
Yeah.
So you don't know. But I agree with this, my Disney experience. Wouldn't it be interesting if it was a virtual, thing with your phone that would take place? Put up like QR codes or something where they just scanned it and brought up that virtual thing that you can play in.
I don't know. That'd be great. I think that would be a smart move. But then again, the time and money, brother. Yeah. Time and money.
Yeah. Well, it's a QR code. You print it out and you do it once and it's done.
Yeah.
There you
go.
All right. Next, I'm kind of interested in this one. There's a rumor done by the Orlando Business Journal, and this is a real professional magazine news outlet here in Orlando. That it's credible source, but they're saying that Disney could be closing some of their California offices and bringing those here to Orlando in the Lake Nona area, which is right there by my house, which would be fascinating. Now, What I do know is I worked for Oracle, and Oracle moved their headquarters to their Austin building. I think they're cramming them in one building right now while they build a second building. I know Tesla moved their offices to Texas as well. So it's becoming very difficult for these corporations to do their business in a state that's closed. You know, they can't have meetings. They can't have people in the buildings. They can't have offices. They just can't do business when everything is closed. So I think a lot of them are just bailing out of the state of California and just going someplace else where they can start to do business. So I know they own a lot of space in Celebration. I don't know if it's all completely occupied, but that could be, an option too. They could move more people to Celebration and build other facilities here in Lake Nona to house the rest of them. I mean, they have offices all throughout Central Florida region. So if you just think they're all working out of the Team Disney building, you're incorrect.
No. So what divisions make sense for them to bring out here?
I think a lion's share of Imagineering would be a great choice. We do have a larger park where you can, certainly test different, disciplines and things that you want here. I mean, Disneyland is a tough place to do that because you're stuck with that little piece of property. We have all this land you can build whatever you want,
Right.
So I think that would be obviously things like, Disney Plus, anything that is not attached to the theme park, or I think the television and movie making will probably stay still in California, unless, of course, the entire Hollywood business gets up and moves back to New York, which I don't see happening because it's closed. So they would have to find, but they make movies anywhere nowadays. So do they need to be in Hollywood? I don't know.
Most of the Avengers movies were filmed
in Georgia, right?
On the soundstage, majority in Georgia. Yeah, so they don't really. Yeah. I mean, they're not going to be shooting in Uzbekistan for some of the Captain America stuff, but they, once things open up a bit, they could probably go back to doing that. But Yeah. I don't know, man. I would love to see that happen because I'd love to bring some more companies here to Florida.
Yes.
But I don't know. I mean, Texas is getting a lot of great companies. I would love for Disney, which makes total sense for them to be out here.
Yeah. Imagine if more of the company moved here and then the expo is actually then in Florida.
Well, they could actually have the expo here because we have open facilities for that kind of thing here. But
we have a convention center as large as God.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but okay. So let me tell a quick story because I was talking about this weekend for our neighborhood get together. We have a ton of Disney cast members who were there, and I asked them a question about this.
Right.
I said, "How legit is this?" And I don't think a lot of them knew that it had come from the Orlando Business Journal. I certainly didn't remember that it was the Orlando Business Journal. Had I remembered it probably would have been a little bit better of a conversation because it kind of devolved into this, just these bloggers and these podcasters come out and they just say all these crazy things. And they're like, yeah, we're going to go start this rumor. So when they said that the cast member at the firehouse said January 24th, I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
So one of my buddies working that day.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's just the internet has done a great service for information, but it's also been very challenging for real information. So
right.
But what do I know?
Yeah. If the governor was smart and somebody told him this, he would start to talk to Disney about tax breaks on, different things. If he was a smart governor.
Yeah, which he's a fairly smart cookie, I think.
Yeah.
The problem is a lot of the upper management for Disney, they're not going anywhere. They don't have to worry about being, not able to work in their palatial estates. They don't really care about that kind of stuff. But
yeah, does Chapek work from home? If he does, Bob, I have some space upstairs. I would certainly rent you out.
Dude, Chapek's house is probably bigger than your neighborhood.
I will certainly make you coffee and breakfast if you want to rent out my space. That's part of the
I'm
deal.
sure he'll be right on that. Dear Mr. Caselnova, thanks, but no thanks. Moving on, we just got done recording some shows for our patrons. We love our patrons, and part of the planning that we did this weekend was just really trying to bolster the experience as being a patron. So we can't announce anything yet because we got to formalize a couple things. But dude, if we can make those two things happen, wow! So we got a lot of really cool stuff coming, and now is the best time to be a supporter of the show. Because we got a lot of great content coming down the pipe, a lot of really cool things that we're going to do. We've got a couple of series that we're going to be doing on this show and on the Patreon page, so you're not going to want to miss out on any of that. So first of all, we want to thank all of our current supporters. If you like what we do here and you want to support us, and I know times are kind of crazy right now, but you don't have to have a ton of money to support the show. As little as $5 or $10 a month gets you not only access to some of the really cool things that we lock down for our patrons, but also up to 3 shows every week of content that you can't hear anywhere else. And times are kind of weird, and we all need some fun, some things to laugh at, to enjoy. If you like Disney Plus, we have a show that's dedicated just to Disney Plus, so come check it out. The on the screen, if you're watching this, you can go there, but if you're listening, we want to encourage you to go to DisneyParksPodcast.com/Patreon, Patreon. That's DisneyParksPodcast.com/Patreon. You can sign up to pay annually and save 10%. You get a free Pixar hat if you join, or if you level up, go from like $5 to $10. And guys, there's even a level where you get all 3 shows plus each month you get a Disney by the Numbers t-shirt sent directly to your door. You don't have to worry about it. It's delivered to you. And that's just for $35 a month, which was just a little bit over just buying a t-shirt at Disney.
Yeah.
And you get a month's worth of not free, but a month worth of content that you can enjoy each and every week. So go to DisneyParksPodcast.com/Patreon and become a Disney Parks Patreon today.
Yeah. I should mention t-shirt people. We're working on, I know we haven't done anything yet this month, but we're working on, since this is the year, the 50th, we're going to do 12, well, maybe 11 shirts dedicated to the 50th. That's all I'll say there. So when I know more, you will know more. I know the design person is working on that. As John mentioned, we do have a annual survey that we'd like everybody to go take. You can get that at DisneyParksPodcast.com/survey, or you can find it on our Facebook page. I think it's pinned to the top of the page. Either one. Go check that out. It won't take you long, and at the end of the month, January 30th, we'll pick one winner that will get like a little box of Disney swag from us. So go check that out. Being that this is 2021, we are going to try and have socially distant meetups. I know that sounds weird. We're meeting up, but we'd like to see you. So Here are some of the things we have planned. Dates, times are subject to change as Disney is kind of in this, flux state. As things change there, we may have to rock and roll with their changes. So we'll figure it out. But March 6th will be the first. We are going to meet around 7 p.m. at Geyser Point for 2 purposes. One, to have maybe a little cocktail, maybe a little dinner, and watch the electrical water pageant.
What?
So that is back, and I am excited about it. I think everybody is. There was no reason not to have it, but it's back anyway, and we are going to try and celebrate it on March 6th. Meet us at Geyser Point at 7 p.m. Then on May 29th, we're going to try and do an AMC private theater. So if you go to Facebook, we have a survey. We have 4 movies that you can go vote for, and whichever movie gets the most votes, that will hopefully be the one that we book, depending on if it's still around this time frame. It's not obviously a Disney movie, but it's like Karate Kid, Jurassic Park, Back to the Future. It's all the classic Disney, classic movies that you'd want to see. It is going to be limited to 20 people. So once we, get a movie locked in, then we'll put out some ticketing information, and it will be limited to the first 20 people to sign up for that.
That's right. Oh, and the cool thing, tell them how much it costs.
It's not going to cost you anything. Disney Parks Podcast is going to pick up the tab. So this one is on us. So that will be fun. Yeah. August 7th, highly requested item from our survey is the Revello Breakfast. It's a little bit different. It's an all-you-can-eat at your table. You can order food over and over again. The characters kind of come to these 4 points in the restaurant. They wave to you. You can take selfie pictures, put them behind you, all that kind of jazz. But we'll give you more information, date and time about that when that comes up. And then last but not least, highly requested and a fan favorite, December 11th, we are going to try the Christmas crawl. Assuming monorails are running, assuming Christmas is going to happen, assuming the lounges are open. We're making a lot of assumptions, but that is our plans. So
that's our goal.
So also in the survey, everybody wanted to know our plans, and these are our plans. I'll try to get them posted up on Facebook and the website as well, so that they'll be etched in stone, and you can find the information there. But so March 6th, May 29th, August 7th, and December 11th. Mark your calendars.
Nice.
All right. Last week, John, you were not here.
No,
so the trivia question was, what princess had the least amount of lines throughout her entire film? Who do you think that would be?
I know this answer, but you go ahead and tell us.
The correct answer was Aurora, and Richard got that. And it's 18 lines, by the way.
Yeah.
Only had 18 lines.
For those of you who are struggling to figure out who Aurora is, that's Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She was asleep during most of the show.
Exactly. So
she had a hard game.
Right. That's why she had the least amount of lines.
She filmed all of her shots in like a week.
In 10 seconds.
That's right.
I can't even think who played the part right now. Anyway, let's stick with this week's trivia question. This week's trivia question, we're sticking in the princess realm. Who is the only princess currently to have a tattoo?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Close.
Huh.
So, who is the princess with a tattoo is the question. If you think you know the correct answer, send that to DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com.
Which Disney princess has ink? Let's see. Which Disney princess did jail time?
Next we're going to go with piercings.
Piercings. Which Disney princess had a belly button ring? If you know that answer, you got problems. Okay, so a place that's near and dear to my heart, Gideon's Bakehouse, closed like mysteriously. It's like one day it's open, the next day it's closed, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" And this is the funniest thing. The very first thing everybody started saying is, somebody said they had COVID reported there. Trust me. If there's one place on the planet that does not have COVID, it's Walt Disney World, because they're anal retentive about that over there.
Yep.
So Gideon's Bakehouse opened up and did their soft opening, and we found out about it like on a Thursday or a Wednesday, And then like the next day we all showed up and the lines were ridiculous.
Right.
And so we got in and it was an amazing experience. If you'd like to check out more about that, go over to www.parkhoppers.com's Facebook page. But the cool thing was they opened and like as soon as, as quick as they're open, they were closed.
Right.
And everybody forgot that it was a soft opening. That means that they opened, they tested a bunch of stuff, they pressed the buttons, they made sure everything was kind of working, and then they closed it. They're going to kind of recoup a couple. Now they've got some better understanding of some things. And trust me, I know the guys in charge over there, they're some smart cookies. Sorry, that was a pun. So Gideon's Bakehouse was added. They added an update to their Instagram on the 4th of January, providing a little bit of an explanation regarding their sudden closure. And this is a quote. So this is going to sound awkward. So here's a quote. It would seem I picked a bad night to disconnect and watch the Bee Gees documentary. Thank you, everyone, for the concern. We're still in soft opening mode. We've learned a great deal over our holiday test run and are so grateful to everyone for making it such an overwhelming success. Our opening was beyond our expectations, so we're putting on the brakes to deal with behind-the-scenes logistics ahead of the grand opening. Keep an eye out for the news. So, according to their Instagram account, the Disney Springs location of Gideon's Bakehouse, which began a season of soft opening on December 23rd, is closed. And it's still closed as of now, as far as I know. So the team at Gideon's is going to post further updates regarding the opening of their flagship Disney Springs location via their Instagram account. So check that out. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Here's some things. The cool thing about, let's say, the Polite Pig, their back door opens up into a delivery area.
Mm-hmm.
So the trucks can come up, dump everything off, and just drive right on. That is not the same case for Gideon's. So I'm sure that some of the logistics probably has to do with getting all the stuff that they need delivered as quick as they need it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that they're working through their process of dealing with the long lines because, brother, that place is literally printing money. It's amazing. So I'm sure that's part of it. They're probably still working through some of their logistics with their cast members. Mm. There is one thing I know specifically that I promised I would not reveal that they're trying to get worked out. And if you've been to the location, if you've been to the location, you probably noticed what it was without actually registering what it is. They would like to get one thing addressed, and I think if they can work that out, it'll be a even better experience. I mean, the experience in there is 10. If they get this one thing figured out, it'll be a 12. I kid you not. So
more cookies, free cookies?
No,
free cookies?
No. I'll tell you off camera, but I can't say it here because I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to betray it.
I highly recommend, though, that you follow their Instagram because that's where they're posting all their information about limited edition cookies, dates and times that they're opening. All that stuff is going through their Instagram. Now they're at Disney Springs. Probably some of it is going to go through Disney Parks blog, but it's probably going to get posted to Instagram first. So if you're looking for the information fast, you're going to want to follow them on Instagram.
And those pictures make cookies look sexy.
Yeah. Whoever does their photography is doing a good job.
Really
somebody should give them a cookie. All right. If you have not been to Galaxy's Edge and you've heard about all the fun things that you can buy, lightsabers, droids, and all that other stuff, Disney's making it now a little bit easier because they know everybody's at home. You can't get a lightsaber yet, but you can go to Shop Disney and get a droid made to your specifications. So, at Galaxy's Edge, there's a droid depot. You go in there, you pick all the parts and pieces for your droid, you build it, you activate it, you put a personality chip in it if you want, and out the door you go with a little box and your droid. Well, they're doing this online at Shop Disney, and you can find various items found from the Droid Depot are now available to import to your home. See what they're doing there?
Nice.
Including your very own droid, which include choices of DJ, R3X, BB-8, R2-D2, and C-3PO. Other items are now available, which include the personality chips for your droid, available in First Order personalities, Resistant personality, or Smuggler personalities. The droids come in a handful of colors. To check out the full collection for yourself, you can go to shopdisney.com.
Nice.
So if you got to have one and you can't get here, now's your chance.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the fact that they call them personality chips.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be great when Disney puts those out for us humans. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Now, once they call them personality AI chips and they start learning from us, John.
That's time to run.
My droid is killing my dog or my cat.
Well, that's why I'm super nice to my my electronic overlord that sits on my desk. We never say a bad word about her. Right, sweetheart? You're the best. Daddy loves you. It's going to be horrible. Anyway, speaking of merchandise.
Yes.
Stitch, your favorite and definitely mine, in 2021 is everywhere you want to be, taking over Shop Disney, Disney Store, Downtown Disney District, and Disney Springs with a year-long collectible series called Stitch Crashes Disney.
A year-long merchandise event, John. Is this just what you dreamed of?
It's everything I could have ever hoped, and then some. Released globally on the third Saturday of each month, Stitch Crashes Disney is the latest monthly collection that features plush and pins inspired by the original trailers for Lilo and Stitch in 2002. 2002. Forgot how to say those numbers. All year long, Stitch will be crashing classic Disney animated films with 12 styles to collect. The first collection will celebrate Disney's Beauty and the Beast just in time for its 30th anniversary. The release will feature the film's iconic roses and stained glass artwork. The first collection will launch on Merch Pass on shopdisney.com on January 12th and will be available on Disney stores globally and the domestic Disney parks on January 16th. All Merch Pass launches will include a Stitch Plus pin and magic band available only in Shop Disney starting at 7 a.m. Pacific time while supplies last. Film-inspired t-shirts and mugs will also be available for a limited time on the Thursday after each Merch Pass on Shop Disney. Holy cow. I mean, I thought my bank account was hurting buying a bunch of brown stuff. Now we've got more Stitch stuff coming out. But isn't it cool how they could take a character from a movie that came out 18 years ago?
Yeah,
and do something really cool with it. And for those of you who weren't around back then, they advertised Stitch completely differently than other movies. They had scenes from like Beauty and the Beast and The Little Mermaid and Lion King where Stitch kind of invaded the trailer.
Right.
So at one point, Little Mermaid's on the rock in the ocean, and then Stitch comes by, or in the Lion King, it was Stitch that got held up with the across the head. I mean, it was cool. Yeah. So I think that's cool. They're going to do this. I'm going to go look this up right now and see what's available. Pardon me. Go ahead. Talk about yourself.
All right. Hey, if you're a DVC member, DVC is trying to get you into the game. They're soliciting you for your milestone anniversary photos. So this is a new program that they're rolling out. Disney Timeshare program turns 30 this year. 30 years old. And they are asking owners to share memories from 3 decades of Disney Vacation Club ownership. Disney Files magazine, that's the magazine you get as a DVC member, will commemorate the 1991 launch of the Disney Vacation Club program with an expanded family album section. A recent solicitation was posted to the official DVC member website, which invites owners to send their favorite photographs for possible inclusion in the magazine. The rules of engagement are this. In order to participate, members must submit the photo. That's the important part.
Yep.
Then a description of your photo, their name, your hometown, your member since date, and you must go to the website and then send in a consent form, either by mail or by email. You can choose either way of how you're going to get that consent form to them. You can find that on the DVC member site. Also, submissions should be directed to DVC member stories at Disney.com. And additional details, obviously, are on the DVC member site. The photos are earmarked for the March 2021 issue of the magazine. So the clock is ticking on this baby. So go check it out. If you've been a member, you want to be included in this special edition of the magazine, which would be kind of interesting.
I know we give Disney a lot of grief, but I got to say, whoever came up with the ability to stop us from having to go Disney.go.com.run. Whatever, God bless you. Thank you so much. I mean, that crap was getting annoying.
Yeah.
But now it's so nice. It's like Disney.com/blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Maybe they're using pretty links.
Probably are. Disney version of pretty links.
If I know their infrastructure, they ain't that smart.
No comment. Hey, we've got some breaking news. Disney World annual passes can be purchased again under very limited conditions.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to be somebody that can't afford to pay for your own pass.
Right.
Or accidentally hit the cancel button.
That's right. Annual passes have not been available to purchase since the parks closed in March of 2020. Now they're available once again, but under very limited conditions. Annual passes are now available for two groups only. Disney is currently offering annual passes to those who canceled their previous passes during the park closures, as well as 3-year-olds.
Like I said, people that can't afford their own pass, or people that accidentally canceled it.
So here's the deal for purchasing a new pass for a 3-year-old. As long as a parent has an active annual pass, kids that were 2 years old before the closures and have since turned 3 should be eligible. So let's really dig into this, kids. This is crazy. Kids under 3 are able to get into Disney World for free. Mm-hmm. So for a family of pass holders, you've been able to bring the little ones along with you at no extra charge. However, if that child has turned 3 since the park closed, they now require paid admission to enter the park. You may have wanted to get them an annual pass of their own, but they've been unavailable until recently. Seriously? Annual pass holder parents are required to call and provide their information for Disney's ticketing team. After the form is reviewed, ticketing will call pass holders back with options for a 3-year-old children within 48 hours. Annual pass holders who canceled during the closure and now wish to repurchase are also available to purchase a new pass. If you are in this group, you're also to call ticketing and put in a request and a form that will be filled out for you. Your information, including when you canceled your pass and what type of pass you owned and more, will be submitted to the ticketing team. A cast member notified a cast member said that in most cases, passes that were set to expire after March 16th can be purchased again. So there's hope for me and Sid.
Hey,
guests were required to pay full price for the new pass. Say what though?
There's no renewal price, is what they're trying to say.
Once the ticketing team reaches out, they will be sure to go over your options moving forward. But you can still set up the payment plan, right? Right?
It did not say, and I tried to find that information on the website, and they have nothing on the website about that. So maybe when they say discuss your options, maybe that's what they mean.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, it's very. Listen, I don't care. I forgot what the age was when my kids started coming, but there were many years that they really never advanced in age.
You better pray that there's not a statute of limitations for that. They're going to come after you for years worth of passes that you didn't pay for.
You can't prove I was there. Wait, they probably can.
You're going to say, who do you think you're talking about, bro?
My file is sitting on somebody's. Hold on. What did he just say? Wait, let me go back. Let me go back in his record a little bit.
Caselnova.
I have his file right here.
That'd be great.
Somebody get the wheelbarrow with Caselnova's file in it.
No. Actually, for you, it'd be like, hey, do you have the Caselnova file? Yeah, here it is. Beep, 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 beep.
We keep the truck parked out back.
That's right.
Oh gosh.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, you know, my kids for many years did not ever have a birthday.
Yeah.
They were like Benjamin Button for a while.
Mom, I'm 23.
You will act like you were 3 and shut up. Get in that stroller and shut up.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, Cirque du Soleil Drawn to Life is coming in 2021. Let's have some fanfare. Disney announced that the new Cirque du Soleil show called Cirque du Soleil Drawn to Life will premiere in 2021. Now, the Disney Parks blog revealed that the show is a collaboration between Cirque, Walt Disney Animation, and Walt Disney Imagineering. Originally, the show was due back in 2020, but was canceled due to the COVID. And since then, unfortunately, Cirque has gone through some turbulent times with mass layoffs and then filing for bankruptcy. Now, I guess what I do know is that Disney, I think, hired the Cirque performers, and they are going to be employees of Disney in order to take some of that burden off a Cirque, is what I heard.
Has become complete.
Yeah. Exactly. I wouldn't doubt if they would buy that company outright.
Why rent when you can own?
Yeah, exactly. Back in 2020, when the show had begun its rehearsals, we saw how this show would take you on a journey through Disney animation, where the animator's desk becomes the stage and the drawings magically come to life, featuring original acrobatic sequences, dazzling choreography, musical masterpieces, and whimsical characters. Now, somebody messaged me on Facebook and was telling me that when they saw this, it blew their mind. They saw a preview of this. So I'm excited that they're trying to get this back up and running. I think Disney Springs can use the extra boost. Certainly not on the weekends when all the locals have nothing to do, but if they could do some performance, especially for House of Blues and CityWorks, who is probably down there at that end of the Disney Springs struggling for business right now. Yeah, and even AMC Theater for that fact. So I'm glad to see they're trying to get this back up and running.
Cool. Yeah, you too. That's awesome. We also have some good news. I mean, we're just a bevy of good news tonight. Well, we had a couple bad news pieces, but extra magic hours are coming back, if you can believe that. We know how much guests really enjoy extra park time. So coming later this year, as part of the 50th anniversary celebration, Disney Resort Hotel guests and guests of other select hotels will be able to enjoy more fun with 30-minute entry early to any theme park every day. Yep. What's the difference between 30 minutes and an hour?
30 minutes.
Yeah, I know that, but it'll be a great way to get a jump start on your Disney day, no matter what day it is. As a reminder, the extra magic hours benefit was suspended when Walt Disney World Resort reopened last summer. And as we continue to manage attendance with health and safety as top of mind, extra magic hours will not return. What?
When they reopened in the phase to purge, it did not return.
I'm missing quotation marks.
Yeah.
So Disney said with continuing health and safety in mind, extra magic hours are not returned. Well, the new early theme park entry benefit helps better spread visitation across all 4 theme parks while providing added flexibility by giving guests extra early park time on each day of their vacation and in the park of their choosing. So please note that guests need valid admission and a park reservation made via the Disney Park Pass system to enter a theme park. So if you're asking the question of what other theme park hotels could they have, we're talking those hotels that are probably on Buena Vista, the Disney hotel.
Yeah. And not all the Disney resorts are even open too. I mean, Wilderness Lodge is not open until like June or something stupid. So I don't know. I just thought it would have been beneficial, if that was one of the perks they always sold to you is, hey, you get into the parks early, and then they just took it away. So,
well, there you go. Now it's back.
And now it's back.
Now
it's back. You're back in the saddle again. All right. Hey, we have some merch for sale that you can go check out. Go to DisneyParksPodcast.com/TEE Public, all one word, T Public. We have a whole bunch of stuff there that you can purchase if you would like. And that's about it.
Sweet. Hey, kids, how about a little headline news?
And now, the headline news.
All right, Florida residents, your Discovery ticket has started. They started selling this, I think it was on January 3rd or 4th. So if you are a Florida resident and you are planning a trip between like now, I think it's like June or September, some crazy date.
Yeah.